Alright, it looks like we are live. Looks like the mic is working. Looks like Josh is first. You've regained your crown. Hello and welcome. Hope you're excited. I'm excited. It's been ages since I streamed. So I'm just letting people know. I have all the supplies I think that I need gathered up to do a kit bash. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm nervous about it. But hopefully it goes well, you know? Hopefully everything works out. I just need to get the link for my little channel and paste that around. You know how promoting yourself and stuff works. So I'm just letting a couple of chats know. That's all. Jump on in. It'll just be a moment, but we'll get started. I hope you guys have been good. I know I've been away for a while. So I hope you've got some fun projects to tell me about, some fun adventures that you've been on. I don't know, you know, happy Pride to those who celebrate. Really, I'm glad to be here. You know, it's good. I hope you all are having a good time. I'm nervous, man. It's been too long since I did one of these. Clearly, I'm getting all tripped up, but it'll be okay. I'll figure stuff out. But yeah, I just got one more chat to post in, and then I should be all good to go. All right, let's get to it. Wow, okay, already a lot of comments in the chat. Love to see it. Hi, guys. Curmudgeon's here, Cameron's here, Brady's here, Dueling with Brushes is here, Josh is here, Chris is here. Wow. Hello, everybody. You all are here. It's so nice. I missed you. I miss streaming. I've just been, you know, I've been busy. I have a lot going on and tons of anxiety and lots of fatigue. So that's basically the basics of it. But we've got all the supplies we need. We've got a Pokemon that we're going to desecrate. I've got an Arizona green tea. Nail clippers. Drill that is also caked with paint. This hobby saw that I borrowed from Cameron and still haven't returned yet. And I've been too nervous to say anything because I kept putting the cover back on, but I don't know where it went at this point, and I feel like at that point I should just be nice and buy a new one, but I don't know where to buy a new one, so I've just been hanging on to this and panicking. We've got clippers, we've got super glue, we've got plastic glue, we've got Mr. Hobby Cement, we've got Gorilla Glue, which I'm pretty sure is all dried out. We don't have Gorilla Glue. That's gone. That's in the trash can. So we have most of the glues. Oh, I have Tamiya somewhere. And probably Sprue Goo too. Yeah, you lent me the saw. I'm so sorry. I've been meaning to get it back to you. I'll give it back to you on Wednesday. Hold up, BRB. Okay, fine, Josh. I'll wait. Yeah, we got so many glues. I I am building a monster for the skirmish game that I'm making. Some of you may have heard of it, but I'm working on a skirmish game, and the game is played PvPvE. So there's teams of players, but then there's also kind of like an automatically controlled monster. So I've got to build another monster for the game, and I thought this would make a pretty good one. So this is like the base that we're gonna start off with. I like it because it should just snap together relatively easily. And what my idea is since this is hollow, I want to be able to fit this light either inside of the model, which is probably impractical unless I take apart this light, or just kind of drill up from the base and then have it sitting around the model. What I want to know is if that will... Ideally, I want the eyes to be the part that glows. But it looks like if I have it at the base of the model, it's just going to be the bottom that glows. So we might need to drill through the back or dismantle this light and see what we're working with to see if we can get that through the top. Now, there is a chance that if I try dismantling this light, I will also break it, and then we'll be shit out of luck because I won't have a light. But, you know, we're the type to hobby somewhat boldly. I like to think. But that's kind of the basic concept. I've got this, like, lantern that has a top hat, so I thought a little top hat would be funny. We've got other Kitbash pieces. We can see what else we might be able to use from this kit. The instructions are all in Japanese. I haven't been buying Moomin collectibles from Japan and also adding other stuff to them, because that sounds like something a crazy person would do, and I am perfectly sane. But that's kind of the basic idea, and then maybe you guys can help me come up with some cool ghost monster abilities for this. Yes, I know. I've tried to drill miniatures before, and historically, that hasn't gone well. That has not ended up positively for all parties involved. But you know, something, what's that line from Robin Hood? Faint hearts never won fair ladies. I'm not trying to win any fair ladies. I am going to slowly take apart this light. And some of this might be on camera, and some of this might not. Hang on, let me set this aside. I do have a Moomin addiction. Yes, I truly do. I have currently sitting in a digital shopping cart $107 worth of Moomin merchandise that I would love to purchase, but cannot justify buying at this current juncture because I do not have that kind of spare cash. If anyone would like to donate $107 to me directly so I can buy dumb Moomin shit, I'd love that, but I don't think that's gonna happen. You know, I won't say no to it. I won't say no to it. I will gladly accept that. But for now, I intend to do... I am doing entertainment for free, and that entertainment is hopefully not... Listen, I know that I can't electrocute myself with this light because I've worked with stuff at the same battery level, and it's been fine. I can, however, break it, but so far, so good. Because we can see that there's the smaller mechanism in there. And that's what we want. So I figure it's going to be kind of a tortoise and the hare situation. Slow and steady winning the race. Listen, it's fine. It's fine, Cam. It's fine. It's fine. I gotta do it for the views. The circuit's turned off. It's fine. Okay, see, look at that. Look, everybody doubted me, but now we've got a circuit. How much of this can I still trim off? Okay, so that's the switch. Okay, let's get our head back. Because theoretically, we're cooking here. Oh, that's still too round. Okay, we're gonna have to trim some of that. So like this round part here is where the battery is. And then all the wires go to that battery somehow. I don't know how exactly. I think I can cut away this part though. We'll see. It's probably safe. Yeah, exactly, Josh. I'm gonna go in with both hands and teach electricity who's boss. I can kind of cut away anything that's just plastic. And then, like, you know, it won't look super elegant, but, like, elegance isn't really what we're going for. It's more of, like, a function over form thing. Which is not usually how I do it. Probably. I'm not an electrician, okay? I don't actually know what I'm doing all too much. But I do know that I got moxie, I got a can-do attitude, and I've got a light that still lights up. So that's something. Also, the light is currently colored orange. I don't know if maybe I should put an orange filter over the plastic in and of itself, or if I should paint it like a different kind of diluted color to see if we can get a different color glow. I think orange is fine, but we might be able to spice that up with a little bit of paint. My worry is we will, in fact, dull it down, and then we won't be able to see anything. I'm not an electrician, but I think this is going great. Alright, that's much smaller. And that kind of fits in there. The key is it's got to fit in, and we've got to be able to have access to the switch somehow. Which is kind of what we don't have. I don't know how much more of this realistically I can trim away, because this cap is holding the battery in place. So that's probably about as small as we can get this circuit. Okay. Let's see if I can just find a happy place for this to live. Maybe I can, because we're going to be gluing it, I can probably take out some of these structural support thingies. Maybe. We're problem solving. I don't really want to be an electrician, so I don't think I'm gonna go in for that. Don't worry. if you're an electrician watching this thinking my job is in danger, it's not. No one's watching this who's an electrician and also thinking that. I doubt anyone who's watching this is an electrician. Shout out to the electricians in the chat if this is the one you've tuned in for, though. This plastic is very easy to cut, which I appreciate. But we're just going to get rid of all the structural supports in here. That probably helped do something when making this mini. And are definitely here for a significant reason. So we're going to find out what happens when we remove all of them. Arizona green tea break. Josh, are you actually an electrician? If so, how dangerous is what I'm doing? Yeah, that sounds about right, Brady. That sounds about right. Someone asked me to do an art commission the other day, and I gave them a fair price for the work, which they agreed to, because she's cool, and she's like, yeah, pay artists what they're worth. That sounds good. Just let me get all the details together. I'm now realizing if I had waited like 5 days to get that commission, could have just been like, listen, I understand what you're asking me for is only $85 worth of work, but that's almost the total for all the Moomin merchandise I need. So let's speed this up so I can somehow make another $25. Just gotta charge. No, I would never overcharge someone. I can't even do that hypothetically. I was like trying to think about how that could work even in like just a silly sense, and it made my soul feel so gross to like consider overcharging someone for something. How do executives do it? How do they have no souls? Okay, so that I like. Hang on, let's test that. Oh, okay, interesting. That, putting it up there didn't work because the light for the eyes is much lower. So we got to take out these structural supports as well. Which gives us more room to work with, which could be to our advantage or to our disadvantage. We don't know yet. I don't undercharge people. I just charge them fairly. I couldn't be like, well, I want something, so therefore you must pay me more money. That's not fair. That's not how the world should work. Frankly, I have more Moomin merchandise than the average person. So like, I should be satisfied with what I have. That's how it should be. Unfortunately, Moomin thing make the dopamine happen. I need that these days. There's some good shit in there. One day we'll do I couldn't do it actually. I couldn't just be like, hey, let's do a Moomin shopping spree, and you'll just see all the dumb shit that I buy. Because A, I'm almost guaranteed to forget that I'm streaming and accidentally give everybody my credit card number, which you do not need. And then B, you will see truly the devastating amount of items that I purchase when left unchecked. It's not good. You know what is self-control, though? I don't own a single Moomin plushie yet. Also, horribly off camera. Trying to hack this up. Sorry if you thought this would be a nice, lovely time for anybody who liked Pokemon. This is really back alley brain surgery for somebody who needs to tear this apart. That. Oh, I think we need the light to be down. How do we get it more down? Does putting it in like this help us? Well, that's right about at the eye part, which is good. It's giving the like glowy effect that I want. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but that seems to be about correct. It's not quite sealing, so I think that there might be... Oh no! That snapped together completely for the test, which is great. Now, the problem is that the switch is very much stuck in there. And I think I might want to put the eyes a little further forward. I think if what I can do is maybe I can connect something to one of these to make the switch run through here. We might be able to do something with that. I don't even know if I have any wire to be able to make that work, frankly. Oh, shit. Ugh. What's that? Okay. But we're making we're coming up with plans and ideas. We're making schemes. Plans and schemes are good. I would love if this light would stay in place. It's one of those like gooseneck lamps, and it doesn't always stay where I need it to. That's fine. We'll work with that. That'll look okay on the thing. Hopefully that looks okay on the thing. It's always showing half of my desk because I'm always working in my lap as opposed to over my desk, which is not, it's not ideal. Okay. Come on now. Is that good? Is that anything? I think that would be good. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Ooh. Alright. There's a lot going on in the face portion here. I think maybe we can get away with just trimming these down. Okay. Okay, we can definitely... Yeah, like we can definitely get it to fit, which I feel like is important. But now it's just a matter of how are we going to operate that little switch? I think what I might be able to do is make some sort of little wire contraption. If theoretically I had a wire, I had a paper clip, I had anything that was wire and bendable. I'm trying to think of what I have, because I know I don't just have, like, wire. I know I own exactly one paper clip that I do not know its location, but I kept because it was on a letter that my partner sent. So, you know, I don't exactly want to tear apart my house looking for a specific paper clip that I may or may not ever unearth, because, you know, I put it somewhere. Ugh. Oh, there goes the microphone. Don't you love how at the top of this chat I said, we have all of the supplies we need? Yeah, not all of them. Apparently. One very essential piece missing here. Ooh, a twist tie from bread. Now that I do have. I'm not sure if that'll be strong enough. I do have, this, which seems like it could be promising. Because that's like a wire, right? And theoretically, if that fits, that could... It's strong enough that I can move the thing, I think. I don't know if it can go both ways. But if I'm just holding this here. I mean, it can push it. That's something. That's something. Let's see if I can... I don't know. I'm not a very strong person, but let's see if I can twist this a little bit. Oh god. This is stronger wire than I would care to work with, but it is wire, and that's something. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have, like a spare twist tie. But I'm gonna see if I can manage to... Actually, do I even need to be able to like... Does it need to be attached? Is it enough if I can just do it through the little thing? And then, you know, like, let's put this together. Let's see if I can reach through there with that. And then I can just keep that airway. I can just keep that part around. And that I can know that if I have, like, a game coming up, I can just turn that on or off. I mean, obviously the elegant solution is to not be a complete dumbass and to find a way to make the fucking switch be available in a concealed manner, but barring that, let's see if this works. Can I play? Oh, I probably don't want to do this either because it's going to be painted eventually. And that's just going to fuck with the paint job. That's probably not the best solution either. But of course I had to want the eyes to glow. The more difficult part. We figured out how to put it in the base in like 4 seconds flat. Couldn't have done that. It is pretty close to this edge here. Maybe I can drill through and have some kind of access. Oh, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle with a solution that I just do not have. The other option is trying to free this up more. Because, I mean, this is already coming off. So, that's the battery there. I think that's glued to the socket. And that's the switch. Again, I probably don't want an exposed battery on things. I'm just imagining that that's probably bad and that you probably don't want that. But if I had like longer wires to play with, I could do something more kind of ingenious with it. But this is the set that we have. I have another lighting set somewhere, but unfortunately I forgot. We noticed a theme here. I forgot where I put that, so that's not really a viable option right now. Hopefully it's viable as getting this cover back on. Gotta get that little plastic piece under there. Might end up with a fucking externally problematic battery anyway, just for want of me messing around with stuff. No, that's back. That's back. Okay. Got that. Oh, no, it's off. And the battery's out. Well, aren't we learning things today? That still goes on. Because it's not... yeah, that's not... It's definitely supposed to connect over here. But we ripped off so much plastic that this is what we're left with. It's not snapping together at fucking all. Hang on, I'm gonna try and do this over here where I have a bit more control. Bet none of you thought this is what you were tuning into tonight. Hi, Goober. How's it going? I hope you're having a good time. Good to see ya. I'm definitely making smart, reasonable choices today. I definitely haven't potentially ruined what I was doing. Oh, it's supposed to go like that. I didn't ruin it. I'm just stupid. We fixed it. We fixed it. We haven't fixed is how to set that switch in here. Now, it seems like there's potential with this, right? Like if I cut that away, and I can always not, I can't undo it, right? But I can cover it up. That's fine. We're gonna cut away this little window here. I think like a strawberry or something is supposed to connect to that. That's fine. Because that lines up ever so nice. Let's cut this out too. Ooh. I can felt the plastic just mush a little bit more than I was expecting. It's softer than, it's not like so soft that I'm gonna break it, but it's definitely softer than some of the model plastic that I've worked with. But then, let's see if that'll set. Ooh, it does sit in there nicely. Okay. Okay. That's something. Okay. I can definitely... Oh, that's pretty easy. Let's see if I put this all together, if that'll still work. Okay. Because I don't know if that'll sit in exactly the right spot, like it did just then. I don't think that it will. That was working. It snaps together less good now because I've messed with it so much. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't sit quite where I had it before. But, I mean, if I'm gluing this in here, that makes a difference. I can kind of get it to sit wherever I need it to. It's a lot of adjusting right now. It's a lot of adjusting, but that's okay. You guys believe in me. We can do this. I've graduated from math classes before, so it can't be that hard. Those were heinous. Oh yeah. Okay. That's very crookedly sitting in there. Now it's shifting. Trying to see if I can find where the switch is. This is just me playing the weirdest, like, little game of operation. I think there's some real potential, but I have to have this sitting in, like, the perfect spot. I think I might need to mix up some green stuff so that I can work on getting it to sit where it's supposed to be. Hey! Miscast is here. What up? How's it going, Trent? Taking a page from your book and making some horrific Pokemon experiments. By attempting to get this Alcremie, yeah, it's Alcremie is the Pokemon. But I'm attempting to install this light inside of its head, so that it lights up and glows like a ghost, because I think that will be cool for my skirmish game, and I'm having a lot of problems with trying to actually make it so that the Switch part of that is accessible. But that's the current goal, and I think we can do it. We're very close. I'm sort of making a fucking weird little wire system for turning the light on and off, but I think we're getting there. I think we're getting close. I just need to be sure that I position the actual thingy perfectly. And with some green stuff to hold that in place, I think that we should be able to theoretically do that. Okay, that's like right there. I just might need to cut that hole entirely open. So we're going to try that. This is all for Snack 28, the game that I've been working on. Which is great, because I totally don't have a playtest on Wednesday that I was hoping I would have this model ready for. Okay. Let's see. Not quite there. Can I tilt it just a little bit? Okay, I think I can see it now. Just slide it the other way. I did it! Hell yeah, I'm able to turn it on. Can I turn it back off? Gotta figure out where the little thing is. I can see it. Which way is it supposed to slide to go off? Not that way. Did it! I have it in a position where I can turn it on and off. Okay. Hell yeah, that took some engineering, arguably. But we got there in the end. I can see it perfectly, yeah. So now I just need to, I'll probably just keep this, little wire separate, and then I can theoretically just, whenever I need it, be able to turn that on and off, because that little switch is there. I think it would probably be smart if I glued or green stuffed it on to the switch. That might actually be a good idea. See if we can have a little handle. Things are hard. Yeah, it's the holes that the strawberries go in, so we'll have to find a creative solution to not having a strawberry in one of the holes, but that doesn't really intimidate me all too much. I was more worried about if that could be done, which it clearly can. Now I need to cut a wire down to size. Of course I don't have any actual wire. Is it safe to be cutting through thick wire with clippers? Probably not. But I don't have any safety goggles. And I don't have any parents around to tell me not to do stuff, so let's see. There's definitely a smarter and safer solution for this, but this is what we get right now. I probably will dent my snips. I do have this file, though. I don't know if that will work on metal. That seems like a bad idea. Yeah, that's not going to work. And I certainly do not have the strength to just raw power twist it off or something like that. And I don't have a Dremel. Well, I do have a Dremel, but it's out in the garage. Yeah, the saw is definitely made for plastic. Alright. I mean, for right now, we have a functional, we have a functional switch, which is probably more than I thought possible. And maybe we should let that be how it is. I think I'm gonna clean up that edge, but be able to access that. That's good. Okay, cool. It's basically good enough. I'll find a way of disguising that. I think maybe the strawberries that go with this kit are actually ones that you can kind of pop on and off. So if that's the case, that works out perfectly, because when I don't need it, I can just set the strawberry in but not glue it. And then when I do need it, I can unglue it. For now, let's actually see if I can find that part. That's the strawberry. Okay. Now the directions are all in Japanese, which definitely means that I'm going to be able to understand this. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's actually, we did so smart, my guys. There's this whole ass separate part that is got the strawberries attached to it. So it's like, I think you've got like these pink swoopies. This is so great. This plastic that you can just snap on and off, that's amazing. Yeah, like you've got this, and then, oh, maybe the strawberry first. Hang on. Yeah, the pictures are pretty decent for the Bandai kits. I wish I would have looked at them more closely. It's very stuck in there. Come on now. Yep, Listen, read the instructions before you start pressing pieces together, or you will end up with me, a person who has definitely fucked up a little bit, but that's okay. So that sits like that. And then that goes like that. And then this part attaches here like this. So like we lucked into creating a totally concealed switch. All I have to do is make sure that I don't glue that in, and I should be able to seamlessly turn that on and off, and then it's concealed. We did that by accident. But then there's no way for you to even tell that there's a hole there. What the hell? That's unreal. I don't luck into stuff like that happening. And now I can play like that was intentional, except all of my fans have seen me fuck around and find out with that for 49 minutes. So that kind of ruins the illusion, but it's great for functionality, for having the effect that I wanted, for doing the thing. I'll take it. A win is a win. A win is a freaking win. These two pieces of plastic are very stuck together, and I feel, there we go. There we go. They make these kits good. They make these kits good. I'll give Bandai that. They're not easy for my little squirrel hands to break into. So something to be said for that. All the pieces definitely have one way that they fit together. There's a correct way, and then they feel very secure. So we can go ahead and like glue that one on, and we can glue this piece to the back piece. Feel confident about that. Now, if this light ever runs out of battery, we're fucked, but that's fine. Right. 'Cause it can sit there, turn on, and the eyes glow. It's not perfect, admittedly. The light's a little bit further back than I'd like, and frankly, I don't know that people who aren't looking for it or playing in the dark will even be able to tell that those eyes glow. But it was important to me that they glowed. And that matters. Right, so that'll go together like that. If I need to, I can just reach in there and turn off the light. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna glue. I think super glue is probably gonna be my best bet for gluing that to this. But we're gonna lock that in. I am not fluent in Japanese. I wish that I was. That would be really dope. Then I could like get a job as a translator. And I could just help people buy stuff from Japan all day instead of doing my current job, which I don't get to talk about Moomins or Sanrio characters at my current job, which is a shame. God, there's very little, even with the amount of like fucking around that I've done, very little seam line to that. I think, you know, if this didn't have a light shoved into it, you would not be able to tell that it had ever really suffered at my hands. That's impressive. It's wild to be so, like, Games Workshop pilled, that you forget that there are people out there who are just making stuff that's functional and easy to assemble. Okay, cool. So far, so good. Now there are these, like, pink parts that I think fill in the, like, the body. But A, we've glued the body together, and B, I do want that glowy ghost feeling. So we're not gonna put any of them in. That's just gonna add to the ghost effect, in my opinion. Yeah, okay. We've got a base. And then somewhere there should be an arm. Yeah. Little hand. Okay. I think this will only fit in one position. She's doing like a little, ooh, who, me? That's cute. I feel like we need to find a weapon for her to hold of some sort, because we do have to make this, like, it can be identifiably a Pokemon. That's fine with me. I don't care about that so much, but I feel like we should find a way to make it a bit more tabletop miniature. So we'll see what other little goofs that I have lying around that we can mess with. We'll clean up all the plastic debris. Rocket Pop Missile Launcher. I don't know if I have any Rocket Pop Missile Launchers. That does sound extremely cool. I like that idea very much. I like that idea very much. I do have some extremely random Pokemon bits now, including like a little bow tie, which is very cute. I don't know what, if anything, I'm gonna do with these. I don't know if I'll... Everybody's like, save every single one of your bits, so I feel bad when I throw them away. I, like, know that there are people just out there seething, like, I could have done something with that. Like, I'm sorry. I don't have the vision that other people do, but I need to get it. Alright, okay. Let's see what we've got lying around in terms of weapons. Okay. Oh, this looks like the big box of stuff that Roz gave me. I think that's what this is. And a hair tie. I needed one of those. Don't know why that's in there. It's got a twist tie wrapped around it, ironically. You know, the twist tie that we would have... If I find the damn paper clip that we were looking for earlier in this bag, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna absolutely fucking lose it. Yeah, when you see just... I think most of this is stuff that Roz gifted me. Some of it may just be, like, other Kitbash things that I have, but I think most of this is Roz. Let's see what we've got in here. Okay. Corn banner? I think that kind of doesn't really fit in either hand. I like it as a concept, but I think it might be a little too Warhammer. Let's see what else we've got. There's some fun little buddies on this sprue. Oh, I've got some of my Never Realized Turnip 28 stuff in there. These look to be Osriarch Bone Reaper parts. Some Space Marine junk. Maybe a chainsaw? That would be cool. We've got what looks like a book with a butthole with teeth. You know, like those dune worms have. I should think about the sentences that I say before I say them. Especially with this crowd. They're not going to be mature about that. I can already tell they're not going to be mature about that. I thought I saw a sword in here. Yeah, I did. I mean, a sword's kind of like classic. You can't go too wrong with sword. I think I'm a little limited with this arm in what kind of position it can be in, because it wants to be like perfectly in its little peg there. But you know, I can like cut and mess around with to some degree, but it wants to sit like that. And if it were to sit like that, that's where the sword would be, and I don't like that. We could cut the sword, kind of fit it to this hand. But I like the idea of holding a sword. It's a good idea. Just might need to mess with this arm a little. See how much give we have in it. 'Cause like that's something. That's not much of anything. don't know. I don't know what we'll do. Sword seems like a potential. What else do I have? Got a skull. That's not really a weapon. Got this mace thingy, which looks comically too small. Oh, I should see what spare weapons I have for the Demon Prince, if any. I don't think the Demon Prince actually holds a weapon, so that might not work. A lot of banners. Got a spear. Got a pitchfork. I envision this as like some kind of marshmallow enemy, so it would be kind of funny to give her like a toasting fork and have marshmallows sculpted on the end of it. I kind of like that. Let me see if I can cut off the little skeleton hands on this pitchfork. If I cut off the middle one here, that might look like one of those toasty forks for s'mores. Marshmallow nurglings? Yeah, I'd put a nurgling on a fire and roast it to death. That is something that I would do. Not really. But I don't like Nurgle very much, so I wouldn't be mad about getting rid of those little creeps. They're not my thing. I do feel like I need to find a way either with washes or something else to kind of rough this up a bit, because right now it does still look pretty much like the Pokemon. I think I should be able to just kind of like get it glued in. And then sculpt some marshmallows on it. The dead hands are giving me a little bit of trouble, but if I had a hobby knife, which I should have, I feel like every person in the world owns one, and I just don't. And that would be easier. But I'll see what I can do with just cutting stuff up. Should be okay. Silly models needing hands to hold. My Discord's blooping. Thank you. Thank you for that. Go ahead and close that out. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about that. It happens sometimes. It's not a court order. I mean, it's just you've seen me. The odds of me doing something stupid are very high. And that they're very likely to happen. Alright. I like that the expression is just like an innocent, oh what, who, me? Like this is just a creature that feigns innocence. I need to make some marshmallows for it to have on its little pitchfork? Yeah, that's what they're called. And then, like, honestly, I think that if I spray prime it, I can just plug up the little holes, and I should be fine. 'Cause, I think that'll protect the light enough, and, like, there shouldn't be a problem. They do actually make Moomin kitchen knives. They do. I don't own them yet. I can tell you what was in my Moomin shopping cart. I remember a lot of it. I don't remember all of it, but I remember a significant portion. Plug the holes with thick paint like a true repair person. This just makes me kind of think of like s'mores nights that I have with my friends, and this, I don't know if this is like preserving that memory or in some way desecrating it by making a guy that is like a marshmallow that is also potentially roasting marshmallows. I don't think anyone's particularly interested in what kind of Moomin merchandise I am buying or considering purchasing. Much as I would like to think that that's something that my community would be interested in, I know that Moomin has a very limited appeal outside of select countries, and I'm not going to pretend like America is one of the countries where it is well known and widely appreciated. I know that the majority of my audience is American. The majority, not all of you. Not even by a long shot, all of you. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Gonna just try and mash that down to get the fingerprint out of it. Because of course I was like, oh, let me sculpt this by hand. Hand sculpting is cool, and we like it. Do you think, do you think one marshmallow communicates this enough? I can put like some gunk on the other one, like there was another marshmallow. But it fell off and it burnt. Because that's what always happens to me. And then on the base I can put like a little burnt marshmallow. Storytelling, that's what we're doing right now. We're telling stories. You're interested in Moomin purchases? Yeah, the dude is a marshmallow and is also roasting marshmallows. This game is about candy cannibalism, okay? So they're gonna be candy cannibals. I don't know what to tell you. It's natural for them. Say as I plonk this everywhere. Okay, I think that's about as good as I can sculpt. So now I'm just gonna cut this at an angle and hopefully be able to super glue that on there and have it stick. Not to me, to the model, please. Now I'm gonna hold that here for like an eternity, because I don't have a great connection point, but that's what we can do. Yeah, no, that fell. Okay. If at first you don't succeed, glue your marshmallow to your marshmallow again. Alright, this is a great time for Ask Me Anything. Any burning questions that you have, I have to sit here while this model gets glued together. So hit me with it. I'm gonna try and make it so that this attaches and hopefully not just give up and use a blob of green stuff that won't look the way that it's supposed to. Please, for the love of God, help keep me entertained. And nobody, Topher, I didn't even see you come in. I didn't say hello to you. Any suggestions for night color schemes? Looking around next to me, I have a miniature that I'm working on that is Cosmic Brownie themed. Cosmic Brownie would be a fun color scheme for a night. Also, Brent from Goobertown painted up some, like, citrus nights by accident, maybe by on purpose. But they were really cool. So, Cosmic Brownie or citrus themed, I think would be fun to see. Oh my god. Okay. That's there. That's holding. Excellent. I do have some, like, demon wings that I was definitely going to use for something else, but could be really fun to graft onto the back of this. Maybe. Maybe she's made with it. Maybe it's a demon. I don't have... Oh, I guess the bow goes back there. Okay. Okay. I could do a little, like, I only have one wing. So I could do a wing attached to the little bowl. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give her a little something edgy. Because we love it. We love a little goth girl. She's got attitude. She's got style. She's making it work. Hello, how are you, Michaela? How's it going? Am I going to Adepticon in 2025? I would like to. As of right now, my big expense that I'm worried about and that will probably affect future plans is traveling overseas for the first time. So I kind of got to see where I'm at after that. And then because of that, I didn't get, like, when it initially announced that Adepticon was moving locations, everybody kind of rushed to book every hotel in the area. And I had gotten something booked, but I didn't want to essentially have $800 just sitting somewhere else when I kind of had a trip upcoming that I would prefer to use that money for. So I canceled that reservation because I was like, oh, you have to cancel within such and such amount of time. And in order to do that, I had to kind of cancel it early. So that would be kind of fun to indicate which one has the light switch if she's got a bat wing on this little strawberry. I think I'll do that. I don't know. I can stick stuff to things. I'm allowed to. Fuck, what was I saying? But yeah, I would like to be able to go to Adepticon. I assume that, you know, hotels will open up. They haven't actually opened up for the, like, reserved block that like the Adepticon official usually gets, but they've said that that's coming. They haven't really announced anything in regards to it, so I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with that, and then hopefully I can just kind of make my decision based off that information, off whether I get a spot with that. I'd like to, though. That would be ideal. I plan to, but cautiously plan, I suppose, would be the best way to go thinking about that. 'Cause you never know. And I don't really know, like, I've done my best to budget it all out, but traveling is kind of expensive. So we'll have to wait and see what my funds actually look like after my adventures. But I'm happy to be going on adventures. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Really, really excited, because I've never been outside of the US, so it's going to be scary and fun and probably lovely overall. I don't imagine I'll have any problems, but you know, you never know, and that is, it's just unknowns. It's gotta kind of wait and see what happens. Yep, plenty of time. Got this little top hat. Maybe I can incorporate as well. I don't know if the top hat's fun or if it's stupid on this miniature. I think it's kind of stupid on this miniature. Have this lamp post as well, but I don't think that looks like anything, so we're probably not going to do that. How many marshmallows are needed for a proper marshmallow look? No idea. No clue. You just add as many as your heart tells you you need, and then when it says stop, you stop. I mean, I really liked adding that. I wish I had another wing for the other side, but I don't. And I'm not smart enough to be able to cast one. Unless someone literally shows up at my door with a bat wing, which they're not going to, because that's not something that happens. I don't think I have enough time to, like, order a 3D print or something like that before priming it tomorrow for a game on Wednesday. Because I have time management. Any other sprues with wings, but I do have the demon print spares over here, I think. We'll see if there's anything in there. Yeah. Let your marshmallow heart guide your marshmallow looks. That's cute. I don't know if there'll be anything in this kit. I still haven't finished painting my demon prints either, so, you know, there's that. Let's see what we got. That's a lot of arms, armor, big old sword, scary pauldron, big old axe. There's these sort of, like, weird chain things with skulls and heads on top of them. That could be something. That could definitely be something. Oh, there's little horns. I might do something with those. Could put little horns coming out of her head. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna give that a go. I don't know what we're gonna call this little guy. I have to come up with like a good names for my bosses in this game. Maybe I can think of something like super Elden Ring, super Dark Souls-y. Like Eternal Flame of the Sorrowful something, you know? how they always have those names. Okay, I think that's pretty cute. We'll do that. We'll give her some little horns. Are any of you guys working on fun projects, by the way? I don't think I remember to ask that in a while. I got wrapped up in trying to be an electrician, so I would love to know how your projects are going. Got 2 horns there. Seems like there are other bits that we could potentially harvest there. Working a night, that's fair. One little horn. And gotta make sure this little horn doesn't interfere with taking that other piece on and off. Or if it does, it doesn't interfere with it too much. Yeah, I think that'll still come off smoothly, so no worries there. Should do. Gonna take it off just to see. Yep. And can I still manage this? Yep. And off. Excellent. Still works. We good. Now she's got some little horn. She's got a bat wing. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Let's see. What else do we have? Right, I was thinking about those kind of chains and stuff. Ooh, making bridges with rampart terrain. That's cool. I'm curious to see how that turns out. Left out enough hobby supplies to finish the Death Star model. That's cool. Okay. We could kind of do like a weird little mohawk of screaming skulls and a dead decaying head. I don't know how snack 28 that is. I think the other one in this kit has just skulls and no decaying heads. Oh yeah, I mean that looks pretty cool. But to me, that, like, changes the silhouette and takes this a little bit further from Pokemon as well. More into, like, marshmallow ghost girl. I hear the sentences that I say sometimes, and believe me, I do question my own sanity. I promise you that I do. There was enough flex in this piece that I could get it to perfectly line up with that curve. But the problem with spiked pieces is that they poke you when you're trying to glue them in place. We might be able to add some, like, whipped cream to this to cover that up. Okay, maybe actually I want it more aligned with this curve, I think. Yeah. Oh, that super glue is just going to be all full of fingerprints. That's not great. Oh well. That's how it happens sometimes. This really hurts to glue in place. I'm glad that that glue adhered quickly. Yeah, that looks kind of stupid, but kind of great. I think that's in line with what the vibe is. Stupid but fun, and cool and fun and cool is cool. Those are all words that I said in a succinct order, in a good fashion. Nobody thinks what I said is stupid. Snack 28 is the Barbie to Turnip 28's Oppenheimer. That's a high bar to set. I hope I can live up to that. I truly, truly do. I would be honored if I did. I mean, Turnip 28 is such a sensation. I don't know that Snack 28 is gonna gain the same following, but I really liked watching my friends play it and playing it with them. I liked designing the art. I've done a lot of art for it. I'm very grateful to my friends who have helped me with the rules, with editing, with playtesting, with suggestions. All the stuff that I'm not as enthusiastic about and admittedly not as good at. There's been a lot of assistance, and this is not nearly a one-person operation the way that some people can make entire skirmish games by themselves and then just be like, yep, and I did it all because I'm smart about game design. I needed a lot of help. I needed a lot of help. And it's cool to need help. It's cool to get help. It's cool to ask for help. All of that is good, and it's fun, and you should do it. If you need help, people out there will be incredibly happy to help. I found all of my friends wanted to contribute, or they wanted to bounce ideas off me, or stuff like that. This is gonna be... Oh, this looks so cute! I love it. I think adding that was smart. I think if I could maybe I need to carry it on in some way. I can cut off this spike. Has that head that I don't like. Bye. See ya. It's like a damaged fence. Who cares if it's missing one of its posts? Yeah, because then that'll fit like right there. And that kind of builds out that silhouette to the back more and makes it more interesting. I know I'm just sticking stuff on a Pokemon. Like, that's not lost on me. I do see that for what it is. I do. And if you're like, they ruined a perfectly good Pokemon kit, the kit was like $10. It was not very expensive. And the bits are all stuff I had lying around. And the light is from my Halloween decorations. So I've purchased only the Pokemon kit in this instance. That needs more securing. That needs more securing. Does this still look good from the front? Does it look good from the back? Does it look good from literally any spot? No, it doesn't. There are many places in which this fails, but the place where it succeeds is my heart. The most important place of all. Right? That's some bullshit that I just said, but maybe it means something. Maybe it does. I don't know. I think it would be perfect if I had like a little tail and then I could call it done. So let's see if I can find a little tail in here. Like a monster-y tail. There weren't any in the Demon Prince kit, so I have to source that elsewhere. I think I saw like a little... There's something in here that's kind of tail-ish. Tail adjacent. I think that's a horn. I think that might also be a horn. These are both horns, but maybe also a tail? Like a weird tail? Or like this one? I don't know that if I have anything else that would work. It's a lot of digging through pieces, admittedly. I think that's probably what most kit bashing is, to be fair. I have not got these efficiently organized. I don't know what kind of pieces or parts I have. I do have a big box of miniatures up there that I can dig through. Oh, let's see if I can find anything up here. Clown heads. That's not a tail. Ice cream cone. Kind of funny. Could have put that on like a spilled ice cream cone, now that I think about it. Would that have looked better? If I had completely changed the theme and not made this s'mores themed at all? Probably still stick it on there. Now that looks stupid. Okay, I feel better about my choices. You have too many tails, but I don't think I can cut one off sufficiently. Troll. Stuff's just falling on the floor, and I'm gonna pretend like I don't notice that it happened. I ended up with another weird miscast frog. This one has additional sculpting. Can't wait to get into that. Also, I don't know what this is, but PMC Illustrations sent me some some stuff, and I will have to figure out what I'm doing. They look very Nurgle adjacent. I don't know what I'm going to do with those, but I have them. I gotta remember to paint this Mothman that I have. I got from Adepticon. Corn demon. Cow doesn't have any tails. It's a chicken rider, not a chicken knight. Got this little freak. I don't know what he is, but he's weird. I've got this weird bone thing. This is just bones. I don't think that's gonna work as a tail, but it was about the right size, which was kind of a shame. Slug. Some furniture pieces. Man, a lot of things in here. Nothing with a tail. Or at least nothing with a tail that's gonna work at this scale. I'll try making a tail out of green stuff. I don't think that will end well. I do also have the turtle pope. Maybe he can pray for us. So many freaking miniatures. Ugh. Nurgle Jason. He's Papa Nurgle's nephew. Miscast frogs are really fun. I like them a lot. I don't think there will be anything in my bag of candies that will help us. These were a gift from Lila Mev. They're just little charms and little things that are all food themed. Some of them have managed to serve me very well. But I don't think these are going to be our hero today. I have one other box of miniatures that I can look through, so let me grab that, and then if not, I'll give up on the tail. Thanks for bearing with me through all of this. This is just miniatures that I've painted previously that I don't know what, if anything, I'll ever do with. Or some of them, apparently, I haven't painted at all. That's stuff falling on the floor. Ooh. Now that can work as a tail. And I have this weird jester cape thingy. Could do like a cape. It's not a tail. It's definitely not. But like a ribbon trail? I could cut that down a little bit. And then that's kind of dramatic, like in lieu of a tail. I think that could work. It does go off the base right now, but I should be able to trim it down. I think that'll work nicely. Let me put all this crap away. Do you ever just own too many miniatures for your own good? Because I do. They're everywhere. Why do I ever buy new miniatures? I have so many. Yeah, I think that's about right. I can probably just roll a little ball of green stuff and kind of make that like the circle part of the bow. And then that ought to hold, right? Yeah. It's kind of flashy. It's kind of dramatic. I'm going to cut these little tassels off the end. I don't like those. Those can go. Can be spiky and weird. But I think that just, it adds something to the back that I feel like was missing before. How many of you think I've ruined this model, and how many of you think that it's cool? That's what I should make a poll about. While I'm waiting for that to dry and having to mix up some more green stuff, we're gonna make a poll. Did I ruin this model? Alright, let me know how I did. Do a turnaround? Okay, hang on. Let me see what I can do. She in focus? Okay. I'll get my camera here. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to do, like, I'm not gonna be able to turn on the light. So you can imagine it glowing, but we've got her. This is her. She's here. I'm gonna fill in like the gaps with whipped cream, but I'm gonna pipe them on after. And then obviously I'm gonna add that little circle to tie the cape to the bow. I have to be very gentle turning this around because that glue is still drying, so we're just gonna go back the other way. But yeah, there she is. That's kind of her from the front. What do you think? Oh, she's still cute. It's fine. Yeah, not to cover the light with paint. That's, I mean, today was the kit bash day. Sorry, I know the snapping of me getting my camera back into the rig is an obnoxious sound, and there's nothing I can do about that. But, you know, it's what it is. You like her marshmallow stick? I do too. I'm really proud of how that turned out. Somebody definitely voted that I ruined the model. I love you for that honesty, whoever you are. Thank you. Yeah, I have way too many minis. I should, you know, I bet if I sold some of my miniatures, I could buy the Moomin stuff that I wanted to buy. I have, like, unbuilt trolls just on their sprue. Still on sprue. I've got orc boys still on the sprue. I could just list some of this stuff on eBay. I could list it off fucking Facebook Marketplace if I wanted to. And maybe I'd get a buyer or two. But it's just, it's funding one addiction to fund another, you know? There's funky little guys in your house for me. Pixar, it didn't happen, Cam. I cannot verify that. I would never, ever request a funny little guy. That doesn't sound like me at all. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of do that little... Yep. And then, where's my sculpting tool? Just trying to meld that all together better. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, well, it's on the model now anyway. I mean, it looks like something. It looks like a little bow back there. I don't know if it's perfect. You know what? I know for a fact it's not perfect, but that's okay. I wanted to try and sculpt more. I wanted to try and kitbash more this year. And in order to get better at something, you kind of suck at it first. So this one isn't perfect. The next one, that can be better. You gotta sell minis to make minis. I don't think that's true. But I do think we have made a character together. I like her. I think that she's like the other monster that I have right now is this guy. So this is like the level 1. This is level 2. And I feel like there's a nice kind of progression from one of these to the other. Hopefully I have the energy to paint this tomorrow. If nothing else, I can prime it tomorrow. And that'll be something to throw onto the tabletop. But I think that's gonna be it for me. I didn't electrocute myself, let the record show. Did I work safely and efficiently? No. But didn't electrocute myself, didn't harm anyone, and we got a finished mini at the end. Oh, Rothian, I'm so sorry. I'm literally wrapping up. I feel so bad. It'll be on the VOD. You can run it back. I'm so sorry. I appreciate everybody for being here, though. Thank you for joining me and for experiencing this process together. My hobby room has gotten very warm, and I am going to probably drink another Arizona green tea and then watch Jujutsu Kaisen and go to bed. But that's it for me. You all have a nice night. I'm so glad that you were here. Take care of each other, and you know, don't follow any of my instructions because they lead to chaos like this. Okay, goodbye.